to clarify, is travel out of Melbourne allowed under Step 3?
In terms of travelling to where?
To regional Victoria, because under the roadmap it says you can travel interstate in the next step, but
Yes.
yesterday it seemed...
It will depend, Bridget, it will depend on a couple of things. One, the detailed advice that I get, and two, the amount of virus that's in Melbourne. Assuming we can take that next step though, that may be safe within Melbourne. Whether it's safe to have a free movement without rules into regional Victoria, that matter's not been settled. But we are turning our mind to that, and we'll be very clear with people on or about the 19th, when hopefully we can take that next step in Metro Melbourne. We'll be very clear with people about what travel opportunities there are. I think that certainly all the regional Victorian leaders and others that I speak to are very keen to make sure that we don't do anything that compromises the very low virus status. So just 0.3 cases per day over a 14-day period. No one in regional Victoria wants that to be compromised. And I know and understand that there'll be many people who, for the best of reasons, want to travel to regional areas, whether it be to see family, whether it be to see friends, whether it be to attend to a whole range of important matters. But we just have to be really careful not to put at risk what regional Victorians have been able to achieve, and that is very, very low virus status. But we'll have more to say about that when we get to that point. Nobody will be in any doubt, Bridget, by the time we get to the 19th about what the weeks after that look like for the purposes of travel.
But even if we move to the next step and our daily average is only 5 cases, you're saying that still might be unsafe to travel to regional Victoria?
What I'm saying is we haven't landed on that, and there may be some travel that we don't think is safe. We may have an expanded list of reasons why you can go, but I can't at this stage. We may get to that point, but I can't at this stage say that ring of steel, as it's been called, will just be thrown open and everybody can travel right throughout the state. That may not be a smart thing to do at that point. But that shouldn't also be read to mean that, for all of the second half of October and all of November, that those rules would stay in place. There might be a shorter period, for instance. It's just I know I asked the question. It's really important, and on a very personal note, my mum would be very keen to see that boundary go, and yours too. And I get it. There's some economic reasons. There's all sorts of reasons, but the ones that I think are perhaps the most powerful are those personal links, and not being able to see the people that you love is very, very hard. So we'll get that done as soon as we possibly can, and you can pass that message on to your mum from me. We'll get there as quickly as we possibly can.
Premier, why were those